there are actually CBD boutiques. Like there are stores in Toronto that only sell legal CBD products, and that's happening right now. So I think that will be a huge trend this summer because there's gonna be so much competition.
And just there's,
I think,
to Deepak's.
Oh, sorry. I was just gonna just to go off on the cannabis spas thing. The ability to consume, I think, is a huge part of retail. Where and by consume, I don't mean just smoking or taking an edible. Consumption is administering a facial. Having a professional, put on a facial or a CBD infused mud bath. Like these are the types I think. I think once we're able to have actual consumption sites, the same way alcohol does, the same way medical topical products do, at specific levels of, say, retinol, they have to be administered by a professional esthetician or even a doctor. And so we don't have that ability yet. And I think that's something that's going to be coming, but there's not a push for it quite yet. And I think that's also a part of, that capital that was sloshing around in the market is not focused on these forward-thinking ideas as much. It's just a matter of get our product, get as much in there as possible, get as many stores open as possible. And no one's looking for a niche. Everyone's just let's serve everyone. And those are the stores, the ones that differentiate themselves, I think, are the ones make a difference in the next 5 to 10 years.
One of the key things that has to change for lounges, spas, all that kind of stuff to happen, and trust me, sister, I was on it long before anybody else. And I still work on when that file came up. I did work on it. So but the big thing is that you can't sell unopened product, right? So for there to be a full service situation, like if you were to do drinks that are infused even with the very well drops or an oil of some sort, and be able to, or a distillate, and be able to serve that, you would have to essentially sell the customer the bottle of distillate. They would have to open it and pour it in themselves. It's really because there's that hurdle where you can't open packaging, and you can't sell opened packaging, right? So that's one of the key hurdles, I think, that has to change in terms of regulations to make lounges and spas and more experiential places available.
Agreed.
My two regulatory friends.
I think the other aspect of retail that hasn't really been addressed here yet is Farmgate. Being that cannabis tourism side of things, where you can go do a U-trim or try the product, and that's actually been more of a provincial hurdle. Just being able to, for myself, being able to have a sales license at my facility is not allowed. So I can't have a store. I could potentially get a bay a couple of doors down and open a store there if it's zoned properly for a retail store, but I can't actually have a store at my facility, or even just a little, a little kiosk where people can come in and buy our products, and a point of sale, and and the security around that. If you're a if you're a licensed facility, you've already got security in it, but then the retail security, that's a whole next level thing. Again, capital intensive. And so these little small farmers, where really that experience, that family run business is going to be burdened by the amount of capital that has to go in, and it's simply not worth it.
Yeah, that's a really good point, actually. I like that. Combining tourism attractions and almost nabbing a little bit of the wine culture within cannabis. That's really cool.
The one thing that I find that like it blows me away that no one in Ontario has done is that you're allowed to consume cannabis in your hotel room. You're allowed to, a hotel can have a gift shop that sells cannabis and click and collect, and now delivery, we'll see if it's allowed, but is allowed. Free business advice to someone. What a great idea to have a hotel that has a gift shop, and you could even have, when I had the hot box, the way that we got around Smoke Free Ontario Act is that the patio wasn't actually a part of it, so you could essentially make your cigarette smoking section your lounge, right? So now you have a full experience that is 100% legal, that has a lounge, a retail store, and a hotel. So now you have a whole tourist attraction. When I ran a place in Jamaica called Hot Box Jamaica for a long time, and that was sort of the concept where it was a bed and breakfast. It was probably one of the first bed and breakfasts in the world, and your bed, your breakfast were included. It was a part of the payment, so we weren't selling you any cannabis. We couldn't at the time. And you could consume it on site. And then we had tours like ganja farms and whatever else not. So there's a lot around tourism. I think a lot of people are scared to look at the regulations in a new light, and they think of them as a closed box. But sometimes you need to open up the box and look outside of it and see what you can do.
Yeah, no, agreed. And I'm so patient with this comment, and it was Deepak that mentioned that there's no specialty stores. In Ontario, there's a company that's starting, and I don't know if they came out yet, but it's called Pot Shop. And Lisa, did you hear about these guys, Pot Shop, or the Pot Shop? Anyways, they have like a block in Toronto where it's like 5 stores that all have to do with the actual dispensary. Mel, do you know what I'm talking about? And it's like a plant store, and they sell botanicals, and then eventually like the dispensary will sell seeds for like the botanicals. So it's like, I'll forget the exact name, but it's who's
Yeah, it was me. I did that long ago. So anyways, there's a lot of business models where I'm like, I did that. So we had when we had 3 stores attached to one. So we had the head shop with a lounge in the back, and then we had a grow shop next door that was called Hot Box Homegrown, where we sold everything for urban gardening. So we had small setups for your condo. We had specialty things. We ran a little school called Ganja School, where we educated people on how to grow in their closet using like a little tent. And then we also sold seeds at the time. It was a gray area before legalization, but the whole thing was essentially a marketing plan to sell more seeds, and it worked really well. And then we had the upstairs as like a medi lounge, so it was like a private medical lounge. It was a little bit different than the hot box. So there's, again, it's looking at how to retail, think outside the box, take a product and be able to merchandise around it, right? You can't think of cannabis in your store as like, even though it's a cannabis shop, you're selling an experience. People are coming into your store. What are the other things that you're merchandising to upscale your basket? What are the other things that you're selling to attract people that will go with your product to sell more? Anyways, I won't go on a big yakety yak about merchandising, but merchandising.
Yeah, it's no good if your brand sits on the shelf. It's got to get to the till. Listen, I think what we're going to do now is we're going to wrap up the show with a segment that I've been doing on the last 3 shows, and I think it's a good way that we can get everybody to talk. It's the segment that we do, Mateo and I've come up with, which is the 4x420. So it's 4 questions where you got to give 4 answers. So maybe we'll shorten it down. We'll do 1 answer per question per everybody, and we'll see how it goes. So
hey, Mike, real quick before we get into that, since we're on the retail topic, I just want to introduce a new hijacker in the building. We got Earl from Shiny Bud. Here he is.
Yes.
Hello.
How's it going, Mike?
Hey, Earl. Well, Earl and Earl. Oh, fuck. Earl and Earl.
2 Earls.
2 Earls. What are the odds?
Sorry for that.
I was like, fucking. It's all good. They're late joiners. We'll get them on the Lex Live, but you guys will participate in the 4x420. So I want to be able to give everybody a chance to speak and a chance to get their evenings back. So Actually, we'll do 2 answers per question. So it'll be the 2 by 420. And we'll throw it over to, we'll go Kylie and Abby and Earl, and we'll go through the bottom. So my first question is, what are your 2 favorite strains?
Unmute.
I am muted.
I just had both.
Okay, so Fruity Pebbles and Red Congolese.
Abby, favorite strains?
Blueberry, like original blueberry, has been my favorite for the past like 25 years. And I'm gonna have to say Neat Breath by Gnome Star. Yeah, and I'm not just saying that just because, but yeah, it's tasty shit for sure.
Love it. Earl from Shiny Bud. What are your 2 favorite strains?
You know what? Actually, I love them all, but
all.
Girl Scout cookies for me, and it's a tough one. I don't know. I'm a fan of all pink cushions, so.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Mel, favorite strains?
Okay, there we go. I can't work this mute button. I'm way too used to Clubhouse. Doctor and G13 Haze. Pretty much anything that has like more lemon flavors to it, I will.
I heard some amazing shit today, like waffle cone and yeah, it's crazy. Mateo, 2 favorite strains. Never asked you any of these.
2 favorite. Yeah, I like all hazes, like Ghost Trains, Jack, stuff like that. Big haze guy.
Nice. Earl, favorite strains?
I'm gonna have to go with our Red Congolese as well. And yeah, probably my Neat Breath. I just love it.
Love it. Lisa / Deepak gone?
Deepak is gone. That is correct.
Couldn't even say goodbye. Your 2 favorite strains, Lisa?
It's really, really hard to choose. I would say right now my 2 favorite strains are Dank Rainbow as well as Strawberry Guava, which I grew this summer. So those are my 2 favorites right now.
We'll do a little snake ladder. You'll follow up the next 2 questions. Lisa, if you could smoke, you could have a session with 2 people, alive, dead, don't exist yet. Who would those 2 people be?
Oh, that's hard. Maybe Emma Goldman. Anarcho-feminist. She's dead. Let me think. I think it'd be cool to smoke weed with Seth Rogen. I know everyone's hating on him right now, but he's still pretty cool. So just
nice. Love it. That. Mel, 2 people?
Definitely Einstein.
Whoa, I like that one.
Yeah, and like someone that's alive right now. Definitely. I don't even. Yeah, no, just Einstein or like Audrey Hepburn. I love Audrey Hepburn.
Okay, yeah, there you go. Yeah. Okay. Earl, 2 people.
Probably John Wayne and Led
I love
Zeppelin.
them all. I love them all. What were you gonna say? 2 people?
John Wayne and Led Zeppelin.
The whole band.
Yeah.
Nice. Abby, 2 people?
Okay, it's gonna sound funny, but Kevin O'Leary, because I think he's just like a hilarious asshole, and I think he's so much fun. And then like maybe Madonna, because she would have like really interesting stories, and she would probably be like a really badass bitch. But she's kind of, I don't know, she might be a little weird. So I would have to like sort of have somebody like on standby in case she was super annoying to like get me out of it.
I love it. Kylie? Did I lose Kylie? I lost Kylie. Oh. Earl? 2 people?
Dead Christopher Hitchens and alive David Attenborough would be kind of interesting.
Still bad audio, Earl. Still bad audio.
I'm so sorry.
That's good. 2 people.
Okay,
you want to
I was going to say Christopher Hitchens and David Attenborough. I think would be really interesting to get out of.
Nice. I love it. Here is we got her back. Hold on, let Kylie answer. Kylie, we lost you. Welcome back. 2 people you want a session with?
I would like to actually to go off Abby's because I think that would be cool. But Lady Gaga, for sure. I saw her in concert when I was like 9 months or 8 months pregnant, and it was awesome. So I think it'd be sweet. And the other one, Buzz Aldrin. I want to smoke. I want to get high with an astronaut named Buzz.
Nice. Mateo, 2 people?
Yeah, I was just thinking about this. I kind of have a really weird one, but like me in the future at like 45 or like 50. And then also either maybe like how weird would it be to like smoke with yourself if you're like your younger self or like your older self? You know what I mean? Just the conversations you would have, like that's crazy. Other than that, maybe like Jimi Hendrix or something like that. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah.
Love it. That's everybody's questions. Earl, give me your 2 favorite places in the world. They could be the moon, your bed, your kitchen, or Cancun. Deepak's back.
To get high, I would say.
No, just to be to your 2 favorite places in the world.
I would say Mount Shasta in California and rainforests, just in the middle of nature. Vancouver Island would be a good one.
Nice. Mel?
The beach, like anywhere by the beach, or I don't know, like I miss being in the dance studio, so I'm gonna say the dance studio and the beach.
I love it. Ab, 2 favorite places in the world?
2 favorite places. My favorite place in the world is Little Dens Beach in Jamaica. It's the most amazing place on earth. If you have never been there, you should go there. Lisa can testify, most amazing place on earth. And my second one would be Eilat in Israel.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Duo, favorite place in the world? 2 favorite places in the world? Deepak? Vegas, first of all.
Boardroom Turkey and Vegas for sure.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Lisa?
I would say Cunayala in Panama. It's really beautiful. It's just really undeveloped, which is nice. Oh my God, favorite places in the world. It's really hard to choose. Vancouver Island's pretty beautiful. I was just on Vancouver Island. And I was like, damn, I should like retire here. Seems like that's what everyone does in Canada.
Fuck, I miss travel. Mateo, 2 favorite places in the world?
I think back home somewhere in Croatia, in like maybe like the Adriatic somewhere, just chilling. And I don't know. How about like you said it doesn't have to be the world, eh? How about just hanging out on Mars or something? Let's do that.
I love it. Earl, did we ask you your 2 favorite places?
No, you didn't.
Everywhere.
My favorite place it's actually an island off the coast of Croatia called Brač. Beautiful. That would be my number 1, and number 2 would probably be Miami, Florida.
Nice.
Funny enough, me and Earl went to Croatia together like 4 or 5 years ago or 6 years ago. I don't even know when that is. We fucking had a good time out there.
All right, that's another live show.
Yeah.
My two favorite places. One I haven't been to, and one I have. One I have is Todos Santos down in Baja California Sur. Surfing and hanging out on the beach. And then my other place, which is like where I want to go when COVID is done, is Ibiza. I want to go there and
Ibiza. I want to go anywhere that's not Regina. It's the only place I've been in a year. I think everybody answered the questions, and this is it. We're going to wrap up on this last question, and we're going to. I want to go deep. If legacy is to mean one thing to you, Lisa, and to Deepak, what is it? Like, what is it?
Okay, I'll go first. Well, I just launched Legacy Hashish with Mood Ring, and for me, legacy is working with folks who were like the original, cannabis growers who were doing it illicitly first, then in the medical program. So for Legacy Hashish, I worked with Neptune Wellness with their cannabis sommelier, Jose Dominguez, who's who's the designated grower for my dear friend Tracy, who's a patient who just passed away, huge activist in our community. So for me, legacy is kind of carrying that tradition and working with those same people to bring products to market. So it's really, really, like, I feel like we're at this precipice right now where all these legacy market actors are jumping back in. It's been really scary in the cannabis industry. There's been like a lot of hardship and struggles with the supply chain, but I think we're finally getting there. So to me, legacy is legacy through and oh my God, I'm so high on these gummies. But like it's about being original. But in California, it means something different, right? Like in California, it might be like second generation or third generation grower. So I can say that like my uncles grew weed, but you know, to me, legacy is just about being a part of the cannabis community as well. So that's what it means to me.
Nice. Good stuff. Deepak.
Legacy to me is one word: sacrifice. Lots of sacrifice.
Nice. Mel, legacy to you to leave.
Like the legacy that you want to leave, or legacy industry players?
No, not legacy industry. Legacy that you want to leave, that an impact. Like.
Oh, I was okay. I want.
Choose your answers.
Pardon? What did you say?
You said
What did you say?
First, we didn't know what the question was. It's okay. Go, Mel.
No, your answers were great.
I wanna help. I wanna be able to give back to and help create infrastructure for integrative medicine.
I love it.
I wanna help normalize that. That's the legacy I wanna leave.
That's good shit. Kylie.
The legacy I want to leave. I kind of came into this industry on the legal side a little later than most, but I, you know, I've been a strong advocate since I entered for growers and encouraging. Believe is that growers were treated fairly, and that growers are treated with the respect that they you know that they should be. You know, and makers, growers and makers, I think, because they really got left behind, the original ones. So, you know, I started our association for that, you know, and I just want to really help people such as myself get further along in this industry.
Nice. Abby.
I just want to do great things, and I want people to remember me for doing great things. You know, money doesn't go in the grave with you. So, you know, I spent 20 years creating change. I think I created a lot of social change just by doing things and not being afraid to do things that I thought were right. And now in my next phase, I want to keep going. So I just want to do great things, and I want people to remember me as someone who cared and did a lot of mitzvahs, you know?
Nice. Amazing. Earl.
Well, as an entrepreneur, I'd like to leave a trail of successful businesses in my way, and, successful brands, and for Kylie, you know, people that are treated with respect and paid well, and good livelihoods as results. That's what I got.
Nice. Nice. I'll wrap up this one with Mateo. Take us home. What is your legacy?
Take us
buddy?
home, baby. It's honestly, I don't know if it's legacy, but maybe just like goals, just like do cool shit, help people, you know, I don't know, inspire people in some way, shape, or form, be proud, and yeah, smoke a sesh with my future self somehow.
I love it. I love it. This has been great for me.
Wait. Mike, your legacy. Come on, hit us with it.
No.
Oh, come on.
My legacy is carried out through what I believe in, which is humility, empathy, love, and gratitude. I wake up every day and I'm blessed to be an essential service. I've turned 44 last week. And yeah, like this year has taught us that that your neighbor, your brother, your friend, your mother struggle in this world. It's been a tough year on this planet, and for the people on this call to know that we got up every day and nothing stopped for us, or at least for the majority of us. If anything, we flourished. Our industry rose to the occasion to support a global population. I mean, find me another industry where numbers went up and didn't go down. And we all play a part in that. And whether we play a part in that with tweets or a phone call or whatever we're doing, it's a small brick in the foundation. And somebody said this to me the other day, rock bottom is a great place for a foundation. I was like, fuck, that's deep. So yeah, my legacy is through every interaction that I have with everybody on a daily basis. I never want to lose this my Friday, March 5th. So I'm grateful for everybody that joined, for everybody that listened, for everybody that gave up an hour and 36 of your time, for Deepak, who came in, and Lisa that brought him, for Mel, who's an amazing champion for voices out there, for Abby, who does an amazing thing with the OCS, for Earl, who shows you that you don't need to grow for 30 years to make a successful business. I think what I'm surrounded by in this industry is amazing humans. And I said, it's enough of our industry trying to throw money at a problem. Let's throw people at a problem. And that's really how I leave you tonight, is that we all can make a difference. And we do see that. So again, I wish you guys all an amazing night. Thank you all for joining us tonight. We're going to return back March 19th with Dan Sachs, who's going to talk everything crypto, NFTs. I'm going to go so out of my box. It's going to be no weed talk, no cannabis talk. And I'm going to sit there like dumbfounded. So how long we can carry on a crypto conversation, that'll be March 19th. We're going to go back over the tape, find out whoever viewed. We're going to give the Sundial, Indiva, and Papa Barkley stuff out. I'm going to touch base with everybody that's left on the show. Everybody join the show. And if I have to spend 20 minutes on the next episode talking about Materia, Mercari, Gnome Star, Jada, OCS, Parkland, everybody. I'll do that because, again, I'm nothing without you. So with that, I bid everybody a good night. Thanks again, guys.
What about our edible sponsors?
Edible sponsors. There you go. Bye, guys.